Okay.
My name is Pamela, and I am a photographer. I've been a photographer for 11 years now. It's been such a process of becoming a photographer. I think in a lot of ways, I did a lot of things the hard way. And so I feel like I'm only just now hitting my stride, even though I've been doing it for so long. But it feels so comfy and special to be able to do something that is so joyous. And I try to really put that joy into what I do every single time. And I think I've really found a happy place of being able to fully leave behind everything that I'm feeling and just be very present in the moment. I think a lot of people who do art or do things that they really love, they get into a flow state. And photography has really allowed me to become mindful and enjoy that flow state with my clients. And so I think that is like one of the magics of what I get to do, is just to give that to other people and give like the presence of myself to other people.
You like the pum. Alright, take each other a picture. Snuggle the baby.
I think for me, photography was always a way to be in touch with the past and to keep the past close to you. I think I'm a very nostalgic, idealistic, romantic person, and the idea of letting go of the past sometimes I think is really hard for me. So it's almost this like beautifully selfish thing to do photography and be able to keep it in a way that really just keeps the past close to your heart. I realized several years ago I have aphantasia, where you don't imagine things in your mind's eye. And it really sent me down a path of, well, how am I creative? How do I think? How do I problem solve if I'm not imagining these things? And I think without realizing it, one of my ways of overcompensating for that was to do art and have, like, I would write everything down, I would draw things. If there's an art out there, I've done it. But photography was like the closest you could get to just being able to go back to the past. And to me, that was never a sad thing. It was never, like when I talk to my mom, she's always like, photos make her sad. Because at some point, someone will be like, who is this person? I have no idea who this is anymore. There's enough generations between now and then that this person is just kind of like lost to history. It was beautiful to be able to keep those things. So I think there is like a historical aspect to it that means a lot to me, and I know that one day I will treasure very much. when I'm in the moment of a wedding day, I'm also thinking about 40 years from now when they're looking at the photos, or their kids are looking at the photos, or even their grandchildren are looking at the photos and they're like, whoa, that was you, Grandma. Like, I think that's such a cool thing to think about and pour my efforts into that for other people. It's not just my clients, it's also my clients' family and their legacy. So I don't think there's anything cooler than like sitting down with your family and looking through photo albums of old photos. And that's such precious times, and like cool memories come up, things you've never heard of before come up. So I think it's important to me that other people have that. And it's so easy now, you know, we have our phones, and so we're taking little photos all the time of things, but it also becomes this thing that's like, if you take so much of them, they're no longer special. So to invest your time and your money into having someone come into your life to specifically do photos for you and of your family in that time frame that you're in that season of your life that you're in, I think makes it extra special, because those aren't the ones that you took. They're not the everyday thing that's on your phone. They're the ones you want to print. They're the ones that you will look back at and be like, whoa. At least that's my hope, that there is like a consistent feeling when you're looking through my photos of joyous little moments that are happening. And especially when it comes to families, there's a lot of like chaos during a photo shoot, but I think the most chaotic families that I work with are always give my favorite photos, because there's just like no filter to the joy. It is just the children are running around, they're having the time of their life, and they're being wild. And I just think that to get to observe that and then just like capture it as it's happening.
So we hold on and enjoy the ride after all the ups and downs.
There's also one that's on my website that's kind of like in the script of my website, so you can't really read it, but it's talking about this idea that like everything about you is you. It's everything from like your handwriting to the way that you walk to the way that you speak to people, and all these little details of who we are is so much of what other people are seeing. And then I think to capture that and put that into a photo is precious.